portal appears in front of you, leading to 2018 Tokyo and Jujutsu Kaisen's universe. You are assured to become a sorcerer there and will be placed in Yuji's trio. Your technique and ability is completely unique from what we've seen. Are you taking it? Well, you shouldn't, and I'll tell you why. Seriously, you almost entered a portal. I'll be setting aside the worst, mid, and best case scenarios. We'll have the following assumptions in mind. A. You awaken a technique like any sorcerer would and attain a normal level of mastery over it. B. You only have one technique. And C, you're an outsider, meaning you aren't in any major clan. We'll start with the worst. This is basically like a 70 to 65% chance, so yeah, this is the reason why I'm not taking it. But you'd most likely get an absolutely trash or mid technique, or no technique at all. Not that the technique itself would be bad, but it's just because you'd lack the Jujutsu knowledge to utilize it well. A good example otherwise is Sukuna. His technique is strong because he knows how to use it. He turned a rather minuscule technique in and of itself to a weapon of mass destruction and insta-wins. Yuji's version of Shrine in comparison is more limited, given he has to come in contact with the object first before he can cleave. Even for someone as strong as Yuji, it barely showed any damage on Sukuna, even after multiple black flashes. Yeah, if that's the case, you definitely won't be him. Yeah, you'd be learning from Gojo, but realistically, you probably won't grow as much as the trio did. For me, the definition of average sorcerers are the ones we saw in JJK0, you know, the ones getting stomped. The trio has been anything but average throughout, especially Yuji. Megumi with his domain in 1v1 against Reggie, Nobara with... and Yuji with the literally anything a sorcerer can achieve. Talking about Yuji, you probably don't even have the martial arts knowledge to even fight curses, no diss. I surely don't, and I'm surely not as stacked as Yuji, so the negative is self-explanatory. You're getting folded by a grade 2 curse as a grade 4 or 3 sorcerer. That and you obviously have no RCTO domain, of course. With all that against you, you'd be absolute fodder. Like, you'd not be any threat to any of the villains in the series and you would get killed immediately, no problem. You lose to a lot of curses too. Self-explanatory, you're just fodder and you're getting carried like the wolves with Ant. You're probably also not gonna get much pay either. I'm assuming you get money from missions and perhaps from how many curses you kill. But with that, being a weak sorcerer, you'd only get lesser paying jobs and yeah, you won't get that Gojo dough. You'd also witness a lot of gruesome things and possibly the death of your teammates. This is pretty much a constant in all scenarios, like Nanami and Geto with Haibara and Yuji with Nobara. Asterisk. Yeah, you'd turn into Yuji if that happens to you. And a pretty big one, you still feel pain and have the threat of being injured. With no RCT, the latter is pretty scary if you have no Shoko around. You'd be limping your way back to HQ after a fight just hoping Shoko's back. Even if you do find Shoko, shit still hurts. Like, if I'm getting stabbed like Yuji here, I already lost. As for the mid-case scenario, since I explained the factors, I'll just go over them quickly here. You'd have a decent or even good technique with decent Jujutsu knowledge. Think Inumaki or Nobara. With you in the Gojo, pause, you probably improve your martial arts, curse energy control, and battle IQ. So you know curse energy reinforcement, efficiency, etc. Still no RCT, but you may be able to get an incomplete domain at best, like Megumi. In this case, you'd probably go on missions alone now. Inumaki showed this in JJK0 as a grade 2 sorcerer when you took into Jujutsu High. At this point, Jujutsu Society would start to respect you and recognize your strength, unless you're Toji Omaki. Since I draw the line at grade 2 and 1, you'd also get decent pay. Like, if Nobara is shopping like this, they gotta be getting good pay, for at least for high schoolers. That and you're literally training with the main 4, that's clearly a dub. Those JJK fangirls would love this, I guess. Yo, please don't tell me you're one of them. Then, aside from your being able to access Shoko faster, you still experience the same negatives. Pain and injury, death of friends, grade mistakes, etc. But a negative unique to this is the grading issues. The elders are insanely stingy in promoting Yuji's group, and with you in it, you probably won't be getting grade 1. Oh yeah, this scenario is like a 25% chance, don't bet on it. But let's assume you got the Gojo jackpot and got an amazing or good technique amplified with your extensive Jujutsu knowledge and curse energy efficiency, domain and RCT and martial arts knowledge. Well, just imagine how Gojo was moving it. Now that's you too. You self-insert looking at. For real, you literally have RCT and domain. Like, you can turn the tides for any fight you're part of. Gojo said it was 80% of a sorcerer's strength, and it was the main reason he was able to save a lot of people in Shibuya. Well, before this happened, this would have been a loss for Gojo, and not in a defeat way, but a mission way, given he was meant to save them. You'd also have influence in the Jujutsu world. Gojo's own interest was the main reason Yuji was never executed, because he was, well, what can I say? The strongest. Assuming you're chill, you're definitely getting a special grade or high grade 1. However, this is the best case scenario with like a 5% chance in my books, so that's why I'm not taking the portal, I told you. That's all, I hope I entertained y'all. Please sub and comment on anything I got wrong or what y'all think should have happened. Damn, I should have played the story more though. Anyways, see you man, appreciate you. Fuck.